YouTubers and gamers, a good day to you all. And yes, it is already the middle of August, and was sitting here thinking, what better time to bring back the monthly upcoming game release video? A series where we look at games for real gamers. There will be the big AAA, often overhyped RPG, and big budget games to showcase each and every month, but what you won't see is the next flavor of the month, dime a dozen, next big new early access game that's likely a battle royale, a looter shooter, or some kind of mix of a survival RPG based game. Because for me, though there are some great early access games out there, these are mostly games that go into early access for several years, and by the time they come out, the hype and excitement for the game is long dead. And you also won't be seeing anything here like Madden or similar games that say, hey, please buy me at full price just so you can pay more money to get access to more systems within the game. Instead, no, hopefully this will introduce gamers to new games. That way we can branch out, try new things, and have fun chilling and enjoying what we most love about gaming, and that's simply gaming. So let's get to it and look at the games coming out and those that already have come out for the month of August. Set in the bizarre English town of Barnsworth, players can take on the role of a traveling salesman in the comedy adventure Thank Goodness You're Here. Take on the various odd jobs given by the locals, and then set out to explore the city, meet the locals, and leave your mark on this strange town of Barnsworth. If you want something refreshing, odd, humorous, and a little bit different, then look no further. Thank Goodness You're Here released on August 1st for Nintendo Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, and PC. Originally released in 1993 and published by Sunsoft, Aero the Acro-Bat was an iconic platformer for the SNES and Sega. Play as Aero the Circus Acrobat and put a stop to the evil schemes of Edgar, Zero the Squirrel, and the Psycho Circus Gang by rescuing the helpless circus performers. Aero released on August 2nd for PlayStations 4, 5, Xbox One, and Series X, along with Nintendo Switch. The new publishers of the game, Metallica Games and LLC Shinuden, announced a day prior to the game's release that the remaining 3 titles of the franchise will be coming out later in 2024. Aero the Acro-Bat 2 is set to release on September 6th, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel on October 4th, and Aero the Acro-Bat Rascal Rival Revenge on November 1st. This marking the first time the entire franchise will be completely available for digital purchase. Fans of Salt and Sanctuary and Blasphemous franchises may want to check out the new retro-inspired hardcore 2D action platformer Volgarr the Viking II. Return to the Norse lands with new expansive levels and areas to explore as you hone your skills and precision on a one-way trip to Valhalla. Volgarr the Viking II released on August 6th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC. No one expects the life of a pirate to be easy or without adventure and mishaps. After being robbed and shipwrecked, the only thing left to do is grab your trusty grinder and set out to recover your missing fortune in this action-adventure game, Pepper Grinder. Pepper Grinder had a release earlier this year on March 28th for Nintendo Switch and Windows, and on August 6th was released again for PlayStations 4, 5, and Xbox Series 1 and Series S. There's always room for a story, cozy game, and the creatures of Ava will send you deep into the world of Ava. As a space explorer, you will set out and explore this unique and beautiful planet, seeking new locations and species as you unlock the secrets of the world. This action-adventure, exploration, and creature collecting game will touch on the idea of what it means to preserve life as you try to discover the reason for the planet's infection known as the Withering. The Creatures of Ava released on August 7th for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. And in the first of 2 cat-related games releasing here in August, we have Cat Quest 3, which marks the 3rd installment for this award-winning open-world action-adventure RPG Cat Quest series. Be whiskered away once again as you set sail for adventure, fame, and treasure galore. All good privateers know that not far from treasure are the dangers of the sea, the pirates, and the deadly Pirate King, all waiting to hunt you down. Cat Quest 3 released on August 8th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and for the PC. Aim, plot, and plunder in the newest SteamWorld adventure, SteamWorld Heist II. After the success of the first game, along with pretty much every game in the SteamWorld franchise, players can jump back into the world as Captain Leeway and his ragtag Steambot companions. Take aim and see how many crazy shots you can pull off in this turn-based RPG strategy combat platformer. Steam Heist 2 released on August 8th and is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC. And what may be the most bizarre and unique game of the year, or even the past several years, Leximan by Knights of Borea takes what seems to be a traditional retro-inspired game and instead twists and turns it around into various unique game styles that have been used and scattered throughout the time of gaming. You have what seems to be an adventure RPG game, taking a bit of what looks like maybe the Binding of Isaac or some sort of dungeon bullet hell, then add in turn-based combat where you form words to use your wizard skills. Then there's a party system where you can take new parties and use their special powers. Then it's even a Frogger style gameplay. So does that make this sort of a retro-inspired 2D fantasy puzzle platform adventure game? Whatever this is going to be, it's clear that it's going to be very different than anything else that's come out lately. Curiously dive into this unique blend and homage to the retro gaming world as Leximan just released August 13th for PC. And with the final chapter of the Telltale series, Sam & Max The Devil's Playhouse gets its much anticipated remaster. If this is one you had played before or have been curious about, then there's no better time to embark in the last chapter of this acclaimed series. Dive into the unique story adventure as the duo tackles its most terrifying enemy yet, the power of Max's mind. The Devil's Playhouse released on August 14th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC. Dredge, the cosmic horror and sinister adventure game, may be the best boat fishing game of all time. They're set to release the second and probably final DLC for the game. The Iron Rig adds more to gathering, crafting, and delivering as you explore the mysteries of the Iron Rig itself. More items to unlock and facilities to build in pursuit for answers to the disturbances far deep below. Dredge the Iron Rig is set to release on August 15th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC. And now it's time to go full fantasy into an RPG rooted deep in Chinese mythology. Black Myth WuKong is inspired by The Journey to the West, a 1592 Chinese fantasy novel. Become the Destined One as you explore the deep mythological world in this action-adventure RPG. Find out what lies have been long hidden behind one of the most important legends of the past. A game that looks like it will be very much on par with Lies of P, Souls, and RPG action-adventure fans are going to want to check this one out. Black Myth WuKong is set to release August 19th for both PlayStation 5 and PC. And here we go once again. Tell me, Azeroth, does she still call to you? World of Warcraft needs little to no introduction, and at the end of the month, Blizzard will release their 10th expansion for their hugely popular MMO. Whether it's raiding, PvP, transmogging, stories, quests, achievements, there's lots of content for any MMO fan looking to get back into the World of Warcraft. The War Within will feature warbands, another new allied race, delves, and a new hero talent tree for every class. And as always, there'll be new lands to explore, quests, NPCs, story, new pets, new mounts, new transmog, and many things to collect and farm. The War Within goes live on PC August 26th. Core Keeper, originally an early access game from 2022, will be releasing their full 1.0 game launch later this month. Core Keeper is a mining sandbox co-op adventure for you and up to 7 friends, where you and these friends can team up to craft, build, farm, and advance your character to explore an endless cavern for resources. Discover lost artifacts, take on various creatures as you and your friends adventure out in hopes of survival and discovery. Core Keeper leaves early access and launches into full release for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC on August 27th. And now it's time to look at the second cat game here in August. And when your cat is a hoverboard riding, unicorn fighting, cyberpunk inspired badass, you might be getting some gamers' attention. Gori, Cuddly Carnage puts players in the role of Gori as he sets out to defeat a bunch of evil unicorns that destroyed humanity, get said to shred through the adorable army that ended humanity this August 28th, releasing for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and the PC. Shadow of the Ninja released originally in 1990 for the NES in Japan. See this legendary action-adventure game again when Shadow of the Ninja Reborn releases on August 29th. Reborn will feature local co-op along with wide range of new weaponry and acrobatics, breathing new life into this classic action-adventure platformer that was acclaimed and loved on the NES. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn will be available for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series S, X, and the PC. And let's stay on this path of nostalgia. The Mana series is often looked to as one of the most iconic RPG series during the NES, SNES, and PlayStation 1 eras. Visions of Mana will mark the first time the series has received a new mainline installment in over 15 years. Take on the role of Val or any of the other two party members as you embark on your trip to the Great Mana Tree. The game features an expansive semi-open world which players are free to explore and promises to keep the series theme by capturing that feeling of nature and elemental aspects. Visions of Mana is set to release on August 29th for PlayStations 4 and 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. And the final release covered in the video here for August, we have the much awaited, very hyped single-player action-adventure Star Wars Outlaws. Developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft. Is that good or is that bad? Either way, this game is likely to get lots of attention and will be held up to very high standards. You take on the role of Kay Vess and begin your Star Wars adventure on August 30th. Traverse various planets, explore the Star Wars universe, meet the wide range of various people and creatures as you assemble a team to take on a massive heist. The game will take place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, S, and PC. So that should wrap things up and show you all the games for actual gamers that have come out and will still be coming out for the month of August. And hopefully next month I get it out before the 1st, so be sure to check out the channel for open world, RPGs, retro, and everything for the serious gamer. So everybody stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.